If you have an Achilles injury that won't go away, it may be time to change your approach to rehabilitating your Achilles tendon. In this video, I will be showing you my favorite Achilles tendon physical therapy exercises to help you fix your Achilles tendon pain fast and permanently. I'm sure a lot of you have already been told to do calf raises to help fix your Achilles tendinitis or Achilles tendinopathy. While doing calf raises can certainly help with Achilles tendon pain, sometimes when all we do is calf raises and calf stretches, we can easily hit a plateau with our recovery process. And as a result, we might need other exercises to progress to, because only doing calf raises, in my opinion, usually isn't enough. Your Achilles tendon, like many other sports injuries, is often a result of doing too much too soon. If the volume, frequency, and intensity of the load that you're putting onto your Achilles tendon exceeds your body's capacity to handle that load, this can result in an injury causing us pain in that area. Pain is the signal that our body gives us, so we know to lay off of it in order for our body to do the job that it needs to do to heal itself with sufficient time and with the correct exercises. So in order to fix Achilles tendinitis or Achilles tendinopathy permanently, we have to first decrease the load that we're putting onto our Achilles. Then our next step would be to gradually load the tendon to improve our body's capacity to handle that load. In other words, these exercises that I'm about to show you will help us to bulletproof our Achilles tendon to help us get rid of Achilles tendon pain permanently. If you stay till the end, I will also show you a bonus exercise that my clients absolutely hate me for. It is to help us to strengthen our calf muscles together with our hamstrings. You won't want to miss it, so be sure to stay till the end. And please do me a big favor and hit the like button below to support me and my channel as I keep trying to grow this side project of mine. So without further ado, here are the best and my favorite exercises to fix Achilles tendinopathy. So the first exercise is the ankle dorsiflexion mobility drill. We're going to have our foot elevated on a step. So this exercise is going to target our ankle dorsiflexion, which is this movement here. But to do this, I like to have your hand at your talus bone, which is your ankle bone, and I'll put a picture of that on the screen. Basically, you're going to use this grip here with your hand, push and drive this ankle bone down and back this way. Try to drive that knee forward as you do so. So feel free to play around with the angle of how you're doing this, but sometimes you can have your foot flat on the bench while you're doing that, or you could have your heel off the bench as well, so then you just have a better angle when you're targeting that dorsiflexion. Drive that knee forward, hold it for a few seconds, come back, drive it forward, hold it for a few seconds, come back while you're using your hand to push that ankle bone back and down. So this is going to help improve your ankle mobility, which is super important for your Achilles tendon, for it to function properly. Forward and back is 1, and you want to do 2 sets of 15. So the next exercise is the split squat single leg calf raise. You're going to have one foot elevated on a step or a bench. Go into a lunge with that front foot. Try to keep your balance and come up onto your toes into a calf raise. So when you're coming up, come straight up and not forward, and not bend the knee further. So that's not what you want. You want to go straight up. Hold it for a few seconds. Come down. Straight up, hold, come down, straight up, hold, come down. So this one, because your knee is bent, you're going to be targeting your soleus muscle, which is an even more important muscle than your gastrocnemius muscle in terms of healing an Achilles tendinitis or Achilles tendinopathy, while we're building capacity for that Achilles tendon. So with this exercise, you want to do 3 sets of 12 on each side. The next exercise is the infamous calf raise single leg eccentrics. So to do this exercise, start with a double leg calf raise coming up. Hold it with your working leg. Keep holding it really high. Drop it down very slowly. And then double leg come up. Hold it with 1. Drop it down slow. 1 more, up. Hold it, come down slow. The purpose of this is that with this eccentric single leg calf raise, you get to come all the way up with both sides so you can get that height, so you can go as high as you can. Because sometimes when you're just doing a single leg calf raise, if your Achilles is too weak, you might not be able to go as high if you're just doing it with one leg. The purpose of this is that so you can go all the way up with both, and then you want to hold it still high and then come down slowly to work that whole range. So with this exercise, you want to do 3 sets of 15. Now we're going to go into plyometrics. So the first exercise is just the bilateral pogo hops. With the bilateral pogo hops, we want to be jumping up and down, light and fast. And when we're doing a pogo hop, you want to pick up your toes and flick them out. And flick them out. And flick them up. So when you're jumping, light and fast, and flick your toes up. Like this. And once you get the hang of that, you can do it front and back and side to side. Front and back would be like this. And then side to side would be like this. So with pogo hops, you probably don't want to be counting the reps. So you probably just want to be setting a timer for 45 seconds to a minute. That's 1 set, and do about 3 sets. When this gets easier, you want to progress to doing single leg pogo hop. So same thing applies. You can start with being on the spot and just light and fast, flick your toes up. So with the single leg pogo hop, you also want to be very light and fast. Everything stays the same, everything applies the same. So start with being on one spot, and then you can go front and back, and then you can go side to side. And the same parameters apply. Do about 30 to 45 seconds, that's 1 set, and do about 3 to 4 sets of that. So here is our bonus exercise. This bonus exercise is going to target your soleus muscle, and like we said before, the soleus is such an important muscle for us to strengthen because it takes 8 times our body weight when we're running. So this muscle is super important to treat Achilles tendinitis or Achilles tendinopathy. And then this exercise also targets your hamstring. This is a bonus muscle we're also going to be working on, another super important muscle to help to stabilize our posterior chain. So an entire posterior chain is always super important, and so this exercise targets 2 important muscle groups. And this one is super hard. So to do this exercise, you want to be laying on your back with a foam roller. The farther the foam roller out is, the harder it is going to be. The closer it is, the easier it is going to be. So you can always start in the middle and see and assess your tolerance to it. You're going to have your hands on the side. You're going to lift up your hips slightly. So keep your hips low. Come up onto your toes and get your heels as high as you can go. Once you're there, try to lift up one leg. Keep your heels high and hold. If you can hold it for 15 seconds, that's probably your goal. And then you can rest. So even just that rep, my hamstring and calf are cramping. So this one you have to be very careful. If you're not up for it, you can always start off with doing it with both feet on the foam roller, hips only slightly elevated, and then come up onto your toes to help get that soleus working. So this one, right now, I can get my heels up a little bit more because like I said, this exercise, when you do it with one leg, it's super, super difficult. You want to work up to about 20 seconds. That's going to be 1 set. And you can do 3 to 4 sets of that. The farther the foam roller out is, the harder it is going to be. So play around with this one. If you can do it with your foam roller way out there with your knees almost straight, let me know in the comments below because this one is super difficult. So there you have it. These are the best exercises you can do to help fix your Achilles tendinitis or Achilles tendinopathy. The main purpose of these exercises is to optimize your body structure first to unlock your ankle, then to load the tendon enough to improve your Achilles tendon's capacity to handle loads so you don't have to get hurt. If you want to support me and my channel, don't forget to hit the like button below because you know how much that means to me. And if you haven't yet and you want to see more of me in future videos, hit subscribe so you will be the first to get notified if I upload any future videos. So that's it for now. And again, check out this soleus muscle video next because so many of us neglect this muscle. Bye for now.